city, in my country. And just want to do a quick stream with you guys on Restore the Snyderverse. Yeah, listen, James Gunn and they're doing their thing with the DCU or whatever they want to call it. But with respect to me and how I feel about this situation, I'm gonna say it straight to you guys that my focus is still directly on Restore the Snyderverse. It's on Zack Snyder's trilogy. It's on David Ayer's cut. I don't care. I don't care what anybody else say. You know, um, I believe that where there's a will, there's a way, and we're gonna keep on pushing for that. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Not mad at nobody. Not throwing shade at anyone or anything like that. If some people enjoy those kinds of movies that James Gunn and company want to bring forth, so be it. I mean, people talking about Henry Cavill's return being delayed or whatever. James Gunn may have other plans for the DCU that they talk about. I talk about DCU. Me personally, uh, they can do whatever they want. I don't really care. My focus is on Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. Release the Snyder Cut in cinemas. Release the Air Cut in cinemas. And the chips can fall wherever they lay with the other stuff. You know what I mean? I would love to see Ben Affleck's Batman film, as he was originally wanting to have it, but maybe it will be something else. Maybe he won't even have a Batman film anymore. You know what I mean? In respect to other Snyderverse things, you know, I would love to see a Deathstroke movie. I would love to see the Atom movie as it should have been. But Warner Bros. May have other plans. So whether those things are on the cards or will ever be on the cards again is up for grabs. But what I can say is the one thing that's not up for grabs, and the one thing I'm going to fight for to the very end, is that David Ayer gets his air cut out there, that Zack Snyder's Justice League gets theater time, and also that Zack Snyder gets to finish Justice League 2 and 3. These are the things I am basically fighting for. I really couldn't care less about anything else. Make the Batfleck movie, that's a really great thing, but I don't just want Ben Affleck to make a Batman movie and it's not it's probably some DCU garbage or something like that. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in seeing a really good Batman movie the Batman movie that Ben Affleck wanted to do or something along those lines. Um, you know, I truly believe that Zack Snyder is a great director, and I'm looking forward to Rebel Moon. Just like all of you other guys out there, I'm also looking forward to more of the Army of the Dead movies on Netflix. And, as Netflix said, Warner Brothers really gave Zack Snyder a very raw deal when he was with Warner Brothers. So maybe the whole company has an attitude towards him. I don't know. They don't seem to want him to continue at any time soon in their universe. But not if we, the fans, have our say. They didn't want the Snyder Cut to come out. And we, the fans, had our say, and we're going to continue to have our say because we're the ones that have been holding up their DCEU for the longest while. Their movies were making money because we were pumping our dollars into it. So no matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter what trajectory they say, no matter how much they're trying to attract Marvel fans and all of that, truth be told, their core fan base is us, the Snyder fans, the people who originally liked the DCEU and liked where it was going. But they never listened to us. They felt, the critics, they listened to the critics, they listened to the detractors, but they didn't listen to us, and they still don't listen to us. So wherever they want to go is fine by them. I wish them the best of luck, but don't expect me to participate in that. Don't expect me to just change direction and be like, and I see the dissenting voices. I see the people who say they support this, but you're not enough. You're just not enough to make these movies make a profit. And this is just facts, hardcore facts. The DCEU, or what you want to call it, the DCU, doesn't have enough customers and people buying into the universe to push it forward. And no name. It doesn't matter if it's The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It doesn't matter if it's James Gunn. It doesn't matter if it's Josh Whedon. It doesn't matter if it's some other Marvel director. It doesn't matter if it's Kevin Feige. DC has a different culture to Marvel, the MCU. And it's just what it is. What's going to go down is this. They're going to continue to lose money. Their stock is continuing to go low. They're supposedly DC, Marvel, uh, crossover that they want to do, if it ever comes to be, it's not going to make that kind of money for DC that they're expecting because DC stock is so low. And so, shout out to Henry Cavill, shout out to Zack Snyder, David Ayer, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot. Um, you listen to the people I'm talking about now. David Ayer, Patty Jenkins. I love Patty Jenkins, even though she's now always on the same line with Zack Snyder. She was one of the original directors. Patty Jenkins, uh, 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 um, Jason Momoa. I have love for all of these guys. Okay, don't get it twisted. But truth be told, I am not interested in anything that DC has to offer and will ever offer. Or maybe I'll be interested in something they have to offer. But as of now, nothing that they're putting out there, Batmite and what's the other stupid thing? Just a lot of stupid stuff, and all these obscure figures they're trying to push into the DCEU. Marvel started with Captain America. Marvel started with the Hulk. Marvel started with Iron Man. Okay, DC needs to go with Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. At least David Zaslav got that right. The rest of the stuff is just gonna be it's just gonna be in the tank. Okay, so Warner Bros. Can do whatever they want. It's their company. They plan their direction. Don't expect me to support anything of theirs going down the stretch. I am interested in Matt Reeves, the Batman, the sequel. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not interested in those things. Listen, but Matt Reeves, of course, his kinds of movies, I will like Matt Reeves movies. I know it. No matter what people say, I probably like the Batman. It's just that Ben Affleck's Batman movie didn't come out. You know what I mean? I can't do that for conscience sake. It's not I'm boycotting it or anything. It's just I can't do it. I can't go watch his movie. I can't. Knowing that we were supposed to get something else. Uh, but I'm sure Matt Reeves is a hell of a director and probably enjoy the Batman movie if I were to see it. With respect to movies, so probably I'd watch DC animated movies if they put out something. They got Constantine coming back. Again, I wasn't really a big Constantine fan, but I would have watched it. I'm not watching that. You listen, David Zaslav and they started off so well with Max DeLuca. Was it Max DeLuca? I think it was Max DeLuca. Or DeLuca and Abdi. Those two really starting to steer the ship in the right direction. But then everything just suddenly changed, and everything's kind of recoiling back to the same bullshit with James Gunn and Peter Safran. And I have to assume that David Zaslav is like, all right, since the next three movies is going to be Armadaverse anyway, do whatever you want with it. James Gunn and Peter Safran. But if you can't produce results, then all of that scrap, and I'm going to sack all of y'all. I feel like that's what David Zaslav's doing, or maybe he's not. Maybe that is his plan. It's a failing plan. I'm just telling him right now. That's a failing plan. That ain't going to succeed at all. And shareholders are going to be pissed because the stock's going to go down, 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 down. And David Zaslav made some great moves. Bought Lionsgate. He bought the Warner Brothers, and he also has Discovery. But still, at the end of the day, he's still making some dumb moves right now for Warner Brothers and DC in terms of DC properties. He's making some dumb moves putting these guys in charge. But I think they sold the spiel with Jeff Johnson. They sold the spiel to him, and so he's buying into the bullshit. But to be honest with you, I honestly think that's just a dumb move, and he probably thinks like that in the pit of his stomach, like this is a bad move. But he's like, we don't have enough money to do what we want to do, so let them do their thing. Maybe they made a deal with Black Adam or something. I don't know what it was. But at the end of the day, he's not really pushing that anymore. He's pushing some real crappy stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna be supporting DC anytime soon. If you're looking for me to support DC, that ain't happening. I'm not supporting Marvel, but I will be going to watch. Definitely, I'm gonna 100% go and watch Avatar 2, The Way of Water. Definitely, I'll be watching that with James Cameron. I know it's a Disney project, but I don't care. The other thing that I'm also pushing for very strongly is Alita Battle Angel, a sequel to that. That was great animation. It's actually a fantastic movie. I saw it by accident, and it was a hell of a movie. My cousin even thought it was good, and even with the F bombs and everything, definitely gonna be checking that out. I gotta get my Netflix subscription if possible that we get to see Rebel Moon in theaters. That'd be great. But of course, I think it's going to be a limited release with Netflix. But still, Netflix looks like they're going into movies. Um, if DC don't go underground and somebody had to buy out the property, or they got to change hands again, or AT&T has to give it up or whatever. If that doesn't happen, hopefully, man, DC keeps moving forward. But as it is, it looks like they're using a failing combination and it's gonna fail. And I don't know why they think that this is going to succeed. They've tried it so many times and they've failed. They continue to fail. They failed with Black Adam, and they continue to go down this failing formula. So wish them the best of luck. I don't know why they wouldn't use Zack Snyder. I don't care how much issues you have or what pettiness you have with him. You should continue with the best possible guy there. And Epic, even got a taste of his epic, sagas, Lord of the Rings kind of thing. People are not going to turn back from that. This is what they want. They want the characters to do that. We don't want a hee hee ha ha thing. We're not hee hee ha ha people. Some of us are. Some of the DC folks are hee hee ha ha people. Most of them are not. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. And I'm going to catch you guys later. I am Christ, I am Disciple, aka Answer Philip. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this stuff when I get time to get back to the house. So, catch you guys later. Peace.